my next guest is my childhood best friend. We were thick as thieves since we were 5 years old. She was the first girl that I ever spent the night with. But I am going to do an interview with her, and I think you'll be very intrigued with who she is. She is a former barrel racer back when she was younger. She did it for quite a while. But she's gone through a lot of things in the last year that she's going to talk about. And I'm right now driving to a location I've never been to before to kind of sneak up on her, do a little filming of her, because she's gone through so much, and I think she's trying to find herself again and find her way back to the core of who she is. And I'm headed to a pasture where she is working with a new filly, and I'm so excited for her journey right now, and I'm rooting for her because she's gone through a lot and lost who she was, and we all do that. I think we all get through so many chapters of our life, and then we shut the door to that chapter, and then we don't understand why it happened, why that door shut, or why we're having to go through the pain that we're going through. But really, it makes us have a thicker skin. It makes us love harder. It makes us cautious on who to love, and it navigates our spirit in a whole different way. And right now she's been trying to find herself, and I think her finding herself with this new filly and working with this new filly, I think she hasn't been worked with in like ever, but 4 years she's been out at pasture, and no one pets her, saddles her, nothing. And Kristi literally has gone up to this horse with a few techniques that she knows to do because she's trained horses, and this filly's come right up to her, and she's taken some video of that, and I would love to plug that in here. But I'm going to kind of sneak up on her today and video her working with this filly. And I think horses, and we all know this, are therapy and can release something. I think being in nature, being with an animal of that strength and power, and there's a deep love there. I really truly believe that this is going to bring her back to the core of who she is and for the next chapter of her life. And I'm excited to bring you guys along.
Days ago, we went to visit her in a pasture, and she had never been handled. She had never been bridled, led, haltered, none of those things. And we had a little immediate bond out in the pasture. I was able to pet her and touch her and love her up, and now you see where we are now. We're wearing a full saddle pad and breastplate, halter, bit. We've learned a lot. She's super smart. My little green light. Whoa.
We're out here at this beautiful ranch in Oklahoma, and I'm here with Kristi Bauer, my childhood best friend.
Yes. From easy bake ovens to 49 yep. Somehow.
Yeah, I know. How did this happen, girl?
We got old. That's how it happened.
Kristi and I grew up in Oklahoma, and then Kristi married later on in life a little bit. She married a Marine and traveled all over the world, really. Yeah. But we, over the years, have always tried to reconnect so we could always stay connected, whether it's through phone calls or connecting. But then we ended up, where'd we live together, Chris? We've lived together where?
We've lived in New York. We've lived in LA. We've lived in, well, here. We grew up here. We spent a lot of time in Texas and a lot of time doing this.
Yes. Kristi, she grew up barrel racing and training some horses. And then, you know, when you get older, you kind of have, got 2 daughters, and you kind of start forgetting a little bit about.
I have 2 kids, and the last time I really got to be around and ride the horses and train horses like I want to, which I'm not a horse trainer by any means. I was much younger, 19 or 20, and now I have kids that are that age, and I miss the fact that I didn't get to raise them the way that I was raised, because you miss this. If you look around, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's peaceful, and this is the life that I want now.
I think we always kind of come back to our root system.
Yes.
I mean, I've noticed that in my age, different chapters, you know, your kids grow up, you wonder what's for me now. I'm still a mom, but I'm not a hands-on mom when they move out.
You kind of lose your purpose as your children grow up, and you don't know what to do with yourself anymore.
Yeah.
We're about to have a fight here. Come on, quit.
Come on. Stay whoa. Yeah, I think that, you know, raising kids in the country as country kids is so different now.
It is.
And people are kind of going back to that, I think, if they were from it or they want to learn about it.
It is. It's kind of become a fad again to be self-sufficient and from the country and able to handle your own livestock or handle your own
food.
Yes. The food growing system for sure. Having had children that were raised in both ways, and myself, has given me kind of a different outlook. I homeschool my children. No knock to the public school system, but I want to have more control over what they learn about and what they find important versus what is held to be important in public society and schools today. Having a child that was in the industry of acting and modeling, it shows you kind of an uglier side to life. There is a peace, there's a quiet, and there's a balance to the country and to living out here, which is what I hope to get back to, and what I hope that as my children grow up, they choose to look for. I hope they look to come back to their roots.
I think they will, because Kristi's the kind of girl that even when she was in California and her daughter was on Nickelodeon on times off, she'd take them out to, what is it, Arizona?
Yes.
You guys go ride some horses and work on a dude ranch for a while just to kind of get.
You have to work. Your kids have to know what it means to work with their hands, to have to get dirty, be tired for that day.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
I think kids today, younger generation, just completely think different than we do.
They do.
I've noticed that doing this podcast, like my thought processes and how I was raised in the country, it's kind of really a different kind of grit and thought process.
It is.
I've always kind of taught my kids, you know, if feel and have your emotions, but at the same time, you know, you you got to then just learn from it, move on, and don't whine about it. Don't be a victim of it.
Yes.
You know, and I think that's what the country kind of does. I think that's how us being raised has, you know, and working farms and working horses and cattle, it does something. Work
is good for you.
Tilling
Work
the
is good for
ground
your
to
soil.
bake a garden. Did you till the ground with your dad when he
I did.
worked? Yeah.
All right, so this is where we had a rodeo last time. Let's see how it goes this time.
Oh, yeah, we don't need no rodeos.
Ooh, easy. Atta girl, good girl.
Come on, you got it, you got it.
Oh no, they did great.
They did.
Ooh. So this is part of where this new ranch is.
It's beautiful. All these crazies coming, all these folks coming with us. Look at this. Mule.
That's a Rocky Mountain, if everybody's wondering.
This is
what
Rocky.
The beautiful one is.
Yeah, love it, love it. And these are,
I think these are Tennessee Walkers.
Yeah, Tennessee Walkers.
And that's the mule.
I know. He's having a good time.
Come on.
Hey, Chris, is there like big cats out this way?
Is there big cats out this way? Yes. Depends on what person you ask and what capacity they have to answer that question. But the Department of Wildlife for Oklahoma will probably tell you no, but most of the people that live in this area will tell you yes, there are. And they've seen them. They've seen the fresh kills. They've seen the tracks. So
we're talking like big
like
cat,
mountain
like
lions,
mountain lion, cougars,
yeah, cougars, mountain lions.
Bobcats.
Don't stop now.
Probably
bobcats, yes,
probably
for sure.
good trapping in this area. My grandfather was a trapper, and so was my uncle.
Yes, I would imagine
I'm sure there's good trapping in here. I mean, you.
Oh, can I come over there? Yeah. Come here.
Wow, this is gorgeous. I know you guys can't see how gorgeous it is by a phone, but nothing like it.
This is the new ranch that they're building out here for big game hunting. So hopefully it'll help bring some people to the area, some tourism even.
Yeah.
Be good for this area.
Build I guess a pad for helicopters to land and people to fly in for it. Yeah.
Yes, there'll be a helicopter, I'm sure, and he's going to get right up in your business. They're hoping that it is going to become a very large resort area. There's going to be some new housing built and some new tourists and some new people, hopefully, coming into the area.
That's great.
Yeah, it is. We need that kind of stuff here. Oh, it's a pretty day for this.
Oh my.
Or booger hunting. She's pretty.
So Chris,
mess.
Tell me what kind of led you back here to Oklahoma. She's from North Carolina.
Well, like we were talking about, you all kind of came back to your roots and where you were born and the things that you love and the person that you were as a kid, right? Growing up, because that's kind of the core of who you are, is who you were growing up. And this is where I grew up. This family that lives here was my second family. They raised me.
So weekends. This is where you basically learned to barrel race and train and
yes, absolutely. I was here weekends and holidays and every summer, and they were always very good to me. And she taught hard lessons, but they were good lessons. And this is where I love to be. And going through a separation and divorce like I am now after being in the military for over 20 years, it has given me the chance to come home and be home and realize that this is, back where I want to be. This is where my heart wants me to be. Right. This is what makes me happy. So that's why I'm here. And
I think this is definitely, just from my standpoint as your friend, I definitely think that this is the next chapter, and you just kind of turned the page
yeah,
to see if you could go back to this type of thing in this new chapter. And I think you're definitely,
I love it.
yeah, in your domain.
I love it, and I'm in my area at the moment.
Yeah.
Even if this saddle is crooked.
I know. You've been having to do left turns so much.
Oh,
Right.
they're grouchy because they want to get out of the woods with the horse flies. Oh, and now we've turned the corner home, so
Oh, yeah.
no barn sour horses, though.
So, Chris, what do you feel like now that you're going through a separation after, what, 24 years of marriage?
Yeah, 23.
What do you feel that maybe you could, like, tell other women that may be going through it or gone through it? Like, what?
It's hard.
Especially in your 40s, like.
It's hard and it sucks and it's painful, and getting over it is not the goal, I guess. You don't get over.
No,
you don't get over
through it, I think.
You get through. And I guess I'm kind of in the middle of trying to find out who I am now, because you forget.
Yeah.
Your life becomes entangled and entwined with the people that you love, and when that is gone or it changes, it's hard to deal with. But
I think too, especially when it's not at the moment a mutual separation, and you get bombarded with something that's hit you, and then you have to then decide, kind of like somebody in a car crash. You don't expect it to come, but then you have to recover.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's much harder when it's not a mutually decided or even known or understood between the two parties that are in the marriage.
Right.
But,
and 2 children. So
and 2 children.
Well, I say children.
They're not babies.
Holly is 23 and Hava is 16.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They're not babies, but they're
going through it too.
Yes.
I know.
Just surround yourself with people that will love you and take care of you, because there's going to be days that you don't think that you can, that you don't think that you can get up and go, and you don't want to.
Yeah.
But you don't really have a choice.
Well,
but doing this is,
I think you come in here and tell everybody a little bit about this filly and how it just kind of probably was a God thing.
This baby over here, this paint that's standing looking at us, was offered to me, and I did not know that at the time, 5 days ago, that she had never been, not even not ridden, but not handled. She'd only been in the pasture and touched by a couple of people, but
she sees you.
Yes, she does. We've made friends, and she's made great strides, and she's smart, and I think being offered her and being accepted by her really kind of brought me back to knowing that I can do this.
Yeah.
That it's not, I'm not too old and I'm not too broken, and
no.
That
and
we can
I think
still do it.
She may help you with your healing process.
She will. She will. And being home and being here with people that love me and want to help and be my friend.
Always, always. My sister.
Helps make things easier. And hopefully it's not a forward, always up trajectory. A lot of times it's down. It's up and down. And sometimes it's down a lot more than it is up. But I'm not on the other side of it yet, but I will be soon enough.
I think things sometimes when they finalize, and I know that's going to take a minute, there is something to being final that kind of sets that mark, and then you feel like, okay, now I can breathe.
Yep.
And start turn the page. You know?
I'm ready for this to all be over and life to be normal and whatever that is and looks like.
Yeah.
And we're done. Good ride, Smokey, even though you didn't do anything. Sweaty feet out of here. I'm not dropping the drinks. Okay, crap. I have to put it down. Hang on. Oh, okay.
Next.
Next. Well, you gotta wear boots that go up to your neck.
Sorry.
She my private dancer. You can call her phone, but she ain't gon' answer. You can call her phone and I probably answer.
I'm just going to continue the video because no telling what we're going to get. No! Whoa! Whoa!
Oh.
Whoa,
Tennessee
whoa.
walkers. Too fast.
Okay.
She's gonna go right for the tree. Pull
No!
back.
Whoa! 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 No. No, no, no.
Come on.
No. Come.
I'll try to get her to come with me. Come on, Muffin.
Come on. Now we're just easily walking and you want to act like crazy.
Oh, we're pooping. We gotta poop.